across Ghana's 16 regions, including Jubilee and Sun City Radio's Keta, Saboba FM, Saboba, and A1 Radio Bolgatanga. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahama Bawumia stands by his famous 2014 campaign quote as he explains why the fundamentals aren't weak despite the free fall of the cedi.
If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you, which is a truism. It was true then, and it's still true today.
We have highlights of his media engagement last night. Also, NDC flag bearer John Mahama vows to end state capture and restore a government of equal opportunities.
Our dear nation Ghana is bleeding. Ghana's soul is calling for change. Mother Ghana is crying for its true and genuine patriotic citizens to rise up.
In business,
IMF lifts restrictions on dollar auctions by Bank of Ghana to strong reserve build-up under the program. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And later, residents forced to protect themselves by any means from flooding as government delays on garage projects leave Accra vulnerable.
If you are in a struggle, by all means, you have to find your out. Me, myself,
how many people can this space take?
It can take as much as 10 persons.
These are more with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Stay for details. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was one of the famous quotes by Dr. Mahama Bawumia during the heat of the campaign season 10 years ago. At a media engagement last night, he stood by this remark as he faced tough questions from journalists. Joy News' Faustina Safo captures highlights of the media engagement in the following report.
Head of our political desk at Joy News posed a critical question concerning the controversial anti-LGBTQ bill.
As president, will you sign the promotion of Ghanaian sexual rights and family values bill?
The bill is before Supreme Court, and once it's out of the Supreme Court and they declare it as constitutional, I believe that signing is automatic. No ifs and no buts.
The media engagement then took a historical turn, revisiting comments made by the flag bearer during his 2020 campaign.
Mr. Vice President, you will remember this quote: if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you, which is a truism. It was true then, and it's still true today. When we came into office, during the first term before we hit COVID, between 2017 and 2019, you saw the fundamentals pretty much strengthening by all accounts. The biggest shock for the economy came in 2022. So you're looking at a situation this year. Why is the depreciation lower? Because the fundamentals have strengthened. The fiscal deficit is under 5%. We are running a primary surplus. The reserves are increasing, and the gold for oil program is helping.
Now to the camp of the NDC. Flag bearer John Dramani Mahama says Ghanaians should vote his party to power as he warns that the country cannot endure additional days of maladministration under the NPP. Speaking at the NDC Manifesto launch in Winneba, he pledged to abolish the e-levy, COVID-19 levy, and 10% tax on bet winnings, as well as investigate the NPP's gold for oil deal. Maxwell Akmakba has more on this report.
Shall we remain standing for the party anthem?
It was a day of speeches, policies and plans for the future that will be implemented if the NDC is elected. The NDC flag bearer John Mahama criticized the President Kufuor-led government, describing it as a failure.
This MPP administration has been the biggest political scam that has been pulled on Ghanaians since our independence in 1957.
The NDC flag bearer John Mahama vowed to hit the ground running in his first 120 days in office.
We will institute inquiries or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest. 1. MPP's collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions. We will institute an audit into the illegal printing of money by the Bank of Ghana to finance the corrupt Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. We will investigate the 58 million National Cathedral scandal.
John Mahama says that within the first 90 days in office, he will review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. John Mahama says he will implement the no academic fee policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions. He's also promising a 20% additional salary for all teachers and health workers who accept postings to rural communities.
Interior Minister Henry Kote has described as baseless and unfortunate claims by the NDC's Deputy General Secretary Mustafa Wande that he's been meeting secretly with the Deputy Inspector General of Police and the Director of the National Intelligence Bureau to rig the upcoming election. Mr. Kote insists the allegation is unfounded and only intended to cause public disaffection for the government. Henry Kote wants a retraction.
This statement is very, very unfortunate, coming from a Deputy General Secretary of a big political party like the NDC. He is making a very wild allegation. He is inciting the public. You have to get him to retract. If he doesn't do so, then I'll seek legal redress for him to show, beyond all reasonable doubt, that the Interior Minister, National Intelligence Bureau, and the Deputy IGP planning to rig the election. This cannot continue.
Well, the Interior Minister, however, shows government will peacefully hand over power if the NPP is defeated in the election.
These people think that, look, they want us to go. Yes, we will hand over peacefully. But, and I repeat, but so long as we live and we remain in power and the security apparatus and architecture of this country remain, nobody, and I say, nobody will misbehave in this country. If they do, we will let the law deal with them.
And the election headquarters was brought to you by Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity, CIMA, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, AICPA and CIMA together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, also the German Ozone Layer or the German Ozone Medical Center, Chopbox Technologies and Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging gaps for positive youth development. Now, the Greater Accra Resilience and Integrated Project, hailed as the country's salvation from flooding, remains largely unfulfilled due to severe financial constraints. As the Works and Housing Ministry struggles to get projects completed, some residents in flood-prone areas like Adabraka or Dona Sahara are taking matters into their own hands to protect their loved ones. I was there to find out more. The June 3 flood disaster claimed over 150 lives, leaving behind deep scars that time has yet to heal. Today, when dark clouds gather and the first drops of rain begin to fall, the people of Odona Sahara are gripped by fear. They remember all too well the devastation that followed the rains 9 years ago.
So I was in the school when the blast, the blast was close to where I was at the time.
65-year-old Theophilus Teiko, a retired teacher, narrowly escaped death that night.
When I came home in the morning from the school compound, the level to enter the house was on my chest.
It was a tragedy that exposed the vulnerabilities of our infrastructure. The Works and Housing Minister, Kojo Ponkroma, confirmed receiving $150 million for Garrett, but work on various projects will take time to complete.
Last year, I think 98 million cedis, that was 2023. The flood control program had about 98 million cedis that was made available to add up to a bit of the drainage works across the country. And in our industry, 98 million cedis can do so much. I mean, it can do very, very little. We need to mobilize some more resources to be able to tackle the situation head on.
Theophilus has constructed what he describes as a safe house. It's his way of keeping the people he cares about safe, at least until proper interventions are made.
It can take as much as 10 persons.
10 people. Oh, okay. And that's how we end the bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
jump on am.
Go, the go. Gugomi, at what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go.
Yo, Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hey, we see you specking your car, taking that trip, chilling on the beach. Charlie, now we want to see this become your story. Simply use your ABSA card 10 times or more and you'll be entered into a monthly draw where you stand a chance to be among 5 lucky winners to take home 40,000 Ghana cedis. The more you use your card, the more entries you'll receive. Earn an extra entry by using the ABSA app or internet banking 5 times or more. No ABSA card? Don't worry. Visit the nearest branch for an ABSA account or card today and make winning part of your story. Promotion is between 1st July and 31st October. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
Your preferred retirement partner, Apex Trustee, offers you an unmatched pension administration service that guarantees a cheerful life of retirement for both formal and informal sector workers. Our Progress Occupational Pension Scheme, the Progress Provident Fund Scheme, and the Progress Personal Pension Scheme will help you achieve financial peace of mind during retirement. Apex Trustee provides employer-sponsored schemes, including staff welfare schemes, seeking to outsource the day-to-day administration of their second-tier occupational pension and third-tier provident fund schemes. Start the quality lifestyle journey you envisage for your retirement now. Call us on 0504 368048 or 0256 793330. Apex Trustee, a joyous retirement begins here.
The luckiest
star 712 #
luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah, the luckiest
star 712 #.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
East, west, north, south, Obiama to be.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Accra to Haga.
Let's go.
The luckiest
star 712 #.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest
star 712 #.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers.
Star 712 #.
You could be the luckiest.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush the clean and bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Pepsodent Cavity Protection.
For 10 times stronger.
This advert is FDA approved.
Anymore, pop quiz. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Can you give me 3 words that start with omni?
Oh, that's easy. Omnibus, omnipotent, omnibus. The bank with a really nice signboard.
Hey, Radzi, you mean omnibisic? OMNIBSIC. Omnibisic. Let me hear you say it.
Omnibisic. BISIC.
Perfect.
Is that an abbreviation?
Not entirely. And it's not just a bank with nice signboards either. Omni Basic Bank is Ghana's fastest growing bank with innovative banking products and headquarters in Atlantic Tower at Airport City, Accra, as well as 40 branches across the country. Omni Basic Bank has the final word on excellent customer service delivery in Ghana.
Plus, they have the coolest signboard.
Yes, they do. And the coolest name, Omni Basic.
At your service.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. And Total Energies Total, we go the extra mile for you. Coming up now is the Joy Business Report, brought to us by Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature, and Omni Basic Bank at your service. Akbafu.
Hey, morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, as you can see, God is taking care of his children. We're good.
It was a pretty busy weekend for the presidential candidates, right?
It was. On Saturday, John Mahama was in Winneba launching the NDC's Manifesto, and then yesterday, Dr. Bawumia, was at Mövenpick in Accra answering questions when he faced journalists. But let me ask you a very simple question. Before I do that, though, just listen to some of the interventions that John Mahama promised.
We'll introduce the following social intervention policies. 1, free tertiary education for persons with disability. The Ghana Medical Care Trust Fund, which will be a fund that will help the treatment of kidney ailments, hypertension, heart disease, high blood pressure, and all those kinds of things. We'll commence within 120 days the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in basic and secondary schools. We'll commence the drafting of needed legal amendments and preparation for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the President. We will establish an accelerated Export Development Council, which I will personally chair, to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation.
So that's John Dramani Mahama talking about some of the things that he wants to do if elected president of Ghana again.
Yeah, well, the 24-hour economy comes up again, right?
Yes, and I think that he offered a better explanation of it. But on Saturday we're having the conversation, and I said, look, all of these promises, particularly when it comes to the 24-hour economy, should also be assessed properly.
Yeah.
We just don't say, oh, I'm going to have a DVLA around 24 hours. Is there a demand for 24-hour service by DVLA? We need to see that. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be paying more people for no work done.
Yeah, or you'd think that they may have done their own assessment research before coming out with such a policy. Well, hopefully, they did that.
But it's good.
We have to have a document backing it, right?
Yeah. So you see, he talks about as part of his promise of 102, what he would do in 120 days. He's talked about how he would set it. He put in place the necessary legal requirements and everything for the implementation of the 24-hour economy. And that's why I say, look, at this point in time, we should be having this conversation. We should see, for instance, the assessments that have been done. As I've constantly said, a 24-hour economy policy is not a bad policy, but it should be market-led and driven. It should be led by the industries itself. So all that the government is going to do is to create the necessary environment for that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if the people do not think they need it, they wouldn't go for it. So that's it with a promise of that nature. If the private sector doesn't need it or believes they don't need it, they won't go for it. But of course, some may take advantage of it. When it comes to even the state, we need to be able to tell ourselves how that will transform things and whether there's a need for that. If we're unable to do so, we would have passport services working 24 hours. The question is,
is
there a demand for passport all the time? There is, but is it a case of extending the hours or maybe creating more centers? It's always a conversation we can have.
Yeah.
And we'll have that conversation this morning.
Yeah, and both parties looking to scrap some taxes. Interesting.
Yeah. As for the taxes, well, I'm not going to talk about it. It's about you. So why don't you join us and tell us, what your thoughts are, where expectations met, and whether you believe these are the policies to transform Ghana. But now time for the Joy Business Report with Darryl Kwao and the team.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, IMF lifts restrictions on dollar auctions by Bank of Ghana to strong reserve build-up under the program. Government expected to launch Eurobond debt exchange program this week as it seeks to restructure some $13 billion. Plus, we have highlights from presidential candidates of the MPP and NDC on their proposed tax measures and policies aimed at turning around the economy. Stay with us for details. Hello once again, thanks for joining us. If you're listening from Koforidua, probably is on KTU Radio. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for joining us this morning. IMF has lifted restrictions on the amount of dollars the Bank of Ghana can sell to the market under the fund program. Here's more in this report by George Yafe.
The Bank of Ghana under the IMF program had been restricted in terms of the amount of dollars it can sell to the market. This is because the fund program wanted the Bank of Ghana to focus on building up more reserves after its dollar inflows from offshore investors dried up due to Ghana's debt exchange program. But now, the central bank has built up more dollar reserves than what it was expected under the IMF program. But this review didn't come easy, as the Bank of Ghana had to push hard, making a case about how the city's depreciation is being impacted by its fight against inflation. Checks from some of the major commercial banks have shown that indeed the amount of dollars that they are getting from the Bank of Ghana has gone up, even though it is not up to all that they requested. It is however not clear for now how this development is impacting on the Ghana city's recent recovery.
George Yafe with that report on the currency market this morning. The dollar going for 15 cedis 75 pesos a pound, 20 cedis 65 pesos a euro, 17 cedis 52 pesos. Development Bank Ghana has revealed that it will be heavy on agriculture in the next phase of funding. The bank is setting aside more than $1 billion cedis to support the sector from next year. Kwamna Duka is chief executive and has been explaining to Joy Business why the focus on this sector.
Agriculture is 1, 2, and 3. It's my top
that means
three.
That means it will take a large chunk of your loan book. It's 1, 2, 3.
100%. Which country has ever succeeded without getting agriculture right? We've got to get that right first. And what bankable means is that even though I may lend today at concessionary, the output must be commercial. So yes, we help, but I cannot help and I will not help if your output is not commercial.
Kwamna Duka, chief executive of Development Bank Ghana. Government is expected to launch the much talked about Eurobond debt exchange program for external creditors later this week. The finance ministry is seeking to restructure some $13 billion. Here's more in this report.
Joy Business understands that the draft prospectus was finalized last week, paving the way for the offer to be launched by government. The latest development should mean that these investors have finally agreed on options that they will accept when it comes to this debt exchange program. Government is proposing 2 options for investors, that is the disco or the PAR package. Sources say the offer will last for about 10 working days. If government is able to close this offer, that could see the country close the chapter on the Eurobond debt restructuring. The Finance Ministry will now be turning its attention to the commercial bilateral creditors when it comes to closing that chapter on the external debt restructuring. This exercise is part of efforts to bring Ghana's debt to a sustainable levels by 2028, a key requirement under the IMF program.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report. LPG marketers have rejected claims that they are refusing to cooperate with the National Petroleum Authority to try and resolve concerns with the cylinder recirculation model. It follows accusations from the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors that their stance on the issue is making it difficult to resolve the current impasse. But in a statement jointly issued by marketers, operators and tanker drivers, they rejected these claims, giving instances on how they have worked with the regulator since the policy was conceived. Now, Executive Director of the Ghana Microfinance Institution Network, Yao Jemfe, is calling for the enforcement of credit bureaus across the country to track activities of borrowers from various financial institutions. He spoke to Joy Business at the 8th Ghana Microfinance Institution Network Awards and Dinner Night in Accra.
Once we start putting measures that if you don't pay loans, you are not getting loans, people will set up. Any Ghanaian who has lived outside before will tell you that when they take loans out there, they make sure they pay, because there they can blacklist you easily. So we need to take some view from that and then make sure that those who take loans and don't pay don't get access any longer. Or we should put even some years that if you pay and if you take and you don't pay, maybe 10 years you are not getting loans.
Yao Fee, Executive Director of the Ghana Microfinance Institution Network. Now, Vice President and flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party, Dr. Bawumia, has rejected claims that the proposed tax cuts are not consistent with the IMF program. The Vice President was responding to concerns that his tax policy measures are opposed to Ghana's program with the IMF, which is expected to end in 2026. Dr. Bawumia has been setting the record straight during a media engagement in Accra.
The proposals in terms of the tax, cut will not even come up to 0.5% of GDP. So, you have more than enough space to fund what I'm talking about. So I think that the issue at the end of the day for the program is to make sure we maintain fiscal sustainability. You will see that in addition to reducing government expenditure in favor of the private sector by 3% of GDP, I'm also proposing an amendment to the Fiscal Responsibility Act. First of all, to make the Fiscal Responsibility Council an independent Fiscal Responsibility Council.
Vice President, flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Bawumia. Now, the flag bearer of the opposition NDC, John Mahama, is promising to remove 5 taxes in his first 100 days in office, which he described as inimical to businesses. Some of them include the e-levy, COVID-19 levy, and import duty on imported vehicles. The former president disclosed this during the launch of the party's manifesto at Winneba in the Central Region.
Review import duties and levies on vehicles and equipment meant for industrial and agricultural purposes. We will rationalize port fees and charges and implement emergency measures to stabilize the cedi and the macroeconomic environment. We will use the price stabilization and recovery levy to cushion customers, and we will restore the licenses of wrongfully collapsed banks and financial. We will increase indigenous participation in the banking and financial sector.
Former President John Mahama there, he also revealed his plans of reforming the Bank of Ghana and its operations. He's proposing to place a limit on the amount the country can borrow. And while speaking of borrowing, for the 7th consecutive week, the government missed its auction target for treasury bills. According to the auction results by the Bank of Ghana, the government missed its target by a marginal 1.66%. Here's more in this report.
The government got 5.203 billion Ghana cedis from a target of 5.319 billion Ghana cedis. All the bids tendered for the short-term securities were accepted. 3.725 billion Ghana cedis, representing 71.23%, were tendered for the 91-day bill. The uptake for the 182-day T-bill was, however, 1.251 billion Ghana cedis. It represented about 23.93% of the total bids. For the 364-day bill, 252.74 million Ghana cedis were tendered. Meanwhile, interest rates eased across the yield curve. The yield on the 91-day bill declined by 6 basis points to 24.78%. The interest on the 182-day bill also dipped to 26.68% from the previous weeks of 26.74%. Again, the yield on the 364-day bill also declined by 4 basis points to 27.81%.
All right, you're listening to the Joy Business Report. Next to Habitat Fair today, well, acquiring litigation-free land in the capital can be a major headache for most people, but it appears Ultimate Land Hub is trying to deal with this challenge, and they will have some free consultancy for you at this year's EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. Listen to them on what they have to offer.
We have our lands in prime areas in Accra, such as Shah Hills, Pram around the Central University. We also have areas within Ebri. At the upcoming Joy EcoBank Habitat Fair, I entreat all patrons to be dressed prepared for amazing discount offers that Ultimate Land Hub will be putting out, which would be ranging from 12 to 25% on all our lands at the various locations that our lands are situated.
It's happening this week, August 30 on Friday to the 1st of September. You got to be a part of it this weekend. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair will come up at the Good Park near the Accra Mall. Don't miss it. Before we go, shares of MTN Ghana are expected to share some value this week on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Let's take a look at how your investments will fare for the next 5 days. Here's Grace Monay of Data Bank Research.
Last week, the bourse registered 6 price movers, of which 4 were gainers and 2 were laggards. The gainers were New Gold, Total Energies, Trust Bank Gambia, and GCB Bank. The decliners were MTN Ghana and Cow Bank. Driven by the declines, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index decreased by 1.96% weekly to a year-to-date gain of 39.08%, whereas the Data Bank Stock Index lost 1.08% weekly to a year-to-date gain of 35.82%. Weekly turnover dipped by 94% to 6.8 million Ghana cedis after exchanging about 2 million shares across 22 counters. This week, we expect the share price of MTN Ghana to decline due to profit-taking activities. For Joy Business Reports, Grace Monay of Data Bank Research.
Thanks, Grace. And on the commodity market, crude oil increased marginally to open trading at $79 a barrel. Gold is selling at $2,508 an ounce after losing $3. Cocoa added $61, trading this morning at $7,811 a ton. There is more news on our website, nigerionline.com/business. The Super Morning Show continues with Kojo Yankson and the team. Hi, Kojo.
Hi, Akwafu.
Hey. What's up?
Charlie, we did inside.
Okay.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Yeah, yes?
Yeah, well, I went to Cape Coast.
To meet your...
Gate crashed the vice president to meet the press.
Oh,
because I wasn't invited. Didn't get to ask a question in spite of all the techniques that I employed to catch the attention.
What question were you going to ask him?
Well, it was about Galamsey. I've decided to be consistent. Everybody who doesn't meet the press, my question will be on Galamsey.
Was there a question on
Galamsey?
Galamsey?
The clearest failure of this present government. So I want to see.
Was there a question from anybody on it?
Oh, there were a few Galamsey questions, but nothing
concrete,
close to the one I wanted to ask. Different aspects of it were asked about, but not the one that I wanted.
Anyway.
Okay, all right. Well, Team Eternity Ghana.
All right, good way to start the week.
This one is called My Reason. we thank God.
As is mostly expected of the masses of this country. Yeah.
So last night, I tried to represent us at the Meet the Press.
Yes.
I wasn't invited, but I thought I would make a presence because our audience would have liked
I'm sure they admit
to
that's
be
an
represented.
error.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Transpositional error.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So, but I felt our audience would want to be represented, so I made the effort and went there.
Yeah.
Charlie, if I tell you the things I tried just to get the attention of Mr. Miracles Abuaji so I could ask a question. Look, apart from waving my hands in the air, I even switched on the flashlight on my phone and was waving it. I got
that was a national security threat.
somebody even WhatsApped him to tell him that I would like to ask a question. To which he said, okay, but never got round to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there.
There were a lot of people. So yeah, I tried, but
I was invited, but I couldn't make it. But this is my point with these encounters, and it's part of the reason sometimes I'm not so keen on being there.
Yeah.
Any encounter where, and if you ask a question, you don't get a chance to follow up.
Yeah.
And the other challenge is that a lot of our colleagues don't follow up on other people's questions.
Yes.
So I should be able to follow up and say, when could you ask you this question? I mean, you said this. How about that? Everybody comes with his question.
Maybe if institutions were banned there, so let's say the three of us were asked to come and ask questions, the questions we have to follow, then we can choose that when you ask the first question, but others have actually preset their questions.
That's what I'm saying,
and determined that. So it will be difficult for them to abandon your own to come and seek clarification.
Because they've made it so that everyone can ask only one question.
Yeah.
They're not going to come around to you twice.
Which is really not...
So it's the reason I say that. I mean, our colleagues also, when somebody asks a question that hasn't been properly answered, you can actually, shelve your question and ask a follow-up. Oh, yes, I don't see anything wrong with it.
In fact, that would be the best journalistic practice.
Yes,
because the idea is that we want information out of this event. It's not about, I want to go on record as having asked a question for my company. And this thing where the public judges the journalist for the questions they ask, right? So, this one's question was better than that one's question. Or this question was dealt with better than... so people get a bit paranoid about what question to ask. Personally, I just think of what my audience wants to know, and then I ask that. So if we were all thinking that way, maybe we would do more of the follow-up thing.
Anyway, let's get to our Drive Safe campaign this morning, brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. And our tip today says, let speeders pass. And so an effective part of defensive driving strategies to avoid conflict in the first place. Defensive drivers know to let speeders or someone who's driving over the speed limit pass them. Don't feed into another driver's road rage by increasing your pace to interact with someone who is clearly in more of a hurry than you are. Prioritize your safety, the safety of your passengers, and the safety of others on the road at all times, above winning an arbitrary speed battle on the road. That's a tip.
I hope the taxi drivers are listening.
They have to.
We can now learn how to say it right. It is brought to you by Kingdom Books, a Kingdom quality and affordability at their home. Accent Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you. DPS International School, where every child shines.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Recently, we have been learning the correct way to say some commonly mispronounced words. Today, let's talk about the word consequences and how it really is not pronounced consequences. Oh, you've heard that one too, have you? Well, perhaps it would help if we spelt the word out. C-O-N-S-E-Q-U-E-N-C-E-S. Consequences. It means a result or effect, usually an unpleasant one. There are two separate words in there, con and sequence. There is no quen to be found anywhere in that word. If you can remember that, you should be fine. The word consequence actually originated from two Latin words, com and sequi. Com means with, and sequi means to follow. So, as for those of you who say consequence, if I sequi you, you will kill me from your bad English. Thankfully, we can now all say it right. There we go. Okay, let's get into the news review brought to us by Access Bank, more than banking.
Let me start with what's on the front page of the Daily Graphic, and it's reporting this morning. NDC promises economic revival. Manifesto addresses jobs and infrastructure, assures better lives, and that's the biggest story on the front page. The next story on the front page is NPP deserves another term. Bawumia touts NPP's better records, says party will do more next term. And it's interesting, right? The Daily Graphic is able to catch up both events from Saturday and Sunday, even in the evening, on the front page. That's a lot of work required.
Indeed, it is. But you see, this is the thing. Raymond, we're on air. I mean, you and I were on air on Saturday.
Yes.
And we discussed the NDC's manifesto. Maxwell Agbagba brought me a copy of it. I think I left it at the production area. Maybe
he has his own evil intentions for keeping it away from me.
Maybe Aaron and Jojo can get it to me. So, but I listened to John Mahama talk about all the things, and like I indicated, I think he explained the 24-hour economy better than anybody who had attempted to explain it. Of course,
I think this is now the comprehensive, aggregated, final explanation.
Yes, I mean, this makes a lot of sense. Than all the past, we'll build airports here, we'll do this here, and we'll do that here, we'll do that there. Because at the end of it, it's you expect businesses to take advantage of a policy. If they identify or they think they need this policy, they will do what? Take advantage of it.
They'll buy into it.
If they think they do not need it, they won't get into it. For the state institutions that are expected to run 24 hours, what I've continuously said, and I'd repeat it, is that, okay, so let's do the assessment. Passport office. What's the demand for passports in this country? Would a 24-hour passport service be able to meet that demand? Or is a case of actually expanding centers? We can have that conversation. DVLA. Do you need DVLA to run 24 hours? And so you're now going to employ additional, you're not going to have 20% increase in the number of employees at DVLA, for instance. Is that what we need? Is it a case that people would need that service that bad so that we go 24 hours? And so we have to make sure we just don't increase expenditure just because we want to satisfy that. There must really be an assessment that indicates that truly people will be better served in a 24 hours with some of the state agencies. If it's not necessary, you don't go into it. As for the private sector, I think that some of them can run 24 hours. But again, you need to have a market for the things they produce. These are all conversations that I'm sure will be had later on. Yes, you want to make a point?
No, yes, because at the end of the day, I feel Sunday, somewhere in Sunday, they had released the first, what Mahama will do
in the first
120 days, including the nomination of all ministers, complete cabinet by first 14 days, constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in the first 90 days, establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials, hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy, and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. Within my first 90 days, that's Mahama's first 90 days, scrap the following draconian taxes: e-levy, COVID levy, 10% levy on bet winnings, and emissions levy, 4 of them. Within first 90 days, review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes, and also commence drafting needed legal amendments and prepare for the implementation of the 24-hour policy under the Office of the President. Establish an accelerated development council to promote exports as part of a broader strategy. convene a national consultative conference on education. So this is back to the same point about reviewing on education to build consensus on needed improvements to the sector. Implement the no academic fee policy for all first year students, and this time around it clarifies that it includes teacher trainings, college, and basically every tertiary institution.
In the past we have been told it was just for public universities, minus tertiary technical universities, but now he clarifies. He says all of them are included.
Indeed, this will also include the introduction of following social interventions: free tertiary education for persons with disability, the Ghana Medical Care Trust, that's Mahama Cares Fund, commenced the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in the primary and secondary schools. And the next one is about institute inquiries and all forensic audits into the following matters of public interest: collapse of Ghanaian banks and financial institutions as a supposed cost of 25 billion, illegal printing of money, the use of the $58 million National Cathedral scandal, illegal and inflated single source contracts, COVID-19 expenditure scandal, PDS, Ejapa, SML, ambulance, Sky, spare parts deal, 13th African Games, SkyTrain, Hualugu Dam, Masset, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators and tricycles, Sputnik V, bust scandal, and others. I have just listed 13 of the 26 first 120 days promise.
Yeah, so he's indicated the timeline.
Yeah.
And so if he's elected, we'll be back to assess it.
Yeah, we'll be counting the days.
And you'll be counting the days. Well, so I mean, when we get into the discussions, we'll talk about it. I think that they had a very well organized program. Except that, like I indicated on air on Saturday, it was good Mahama had to, give concluding remarks, even though initially I thought he was going to take his seat and not come back, because the very good old professor, when she got onto the stage, a lot of the things that she said was lost on people. So Mahama had to charge the crowd to go back. Anyway, let's get to the business and financial times.
Yes.
Why is Kobe Yankson laughing? I mean, the fire in the prof was low. Government unveils multi-billion CD.
You almost said it got boring at a point in time.
Those are your words.
Yes.
To be very honest with you, at the point in time it got. At the point in time,
when they say you are killing fire,
at the point in time it got boring. So it was good that Mahama, whoever advised him or whoever had that plan, did a good job.
For him to recap.
Yes,
and actually bring the top ones.
Yeah.
So that it will stick in the minds of the people.
Yeah.
It was a proper plan.
Yeah.
One of the things that we seem to have very accurately predicted in this electoral cycle is the shortcomings of the running mates.
Well, let me get to the business and financial times. Government unveils multi-billion city road infrastructure initiative in Tamale. The Minerals Income Investment Fund records 100% increase in 2023 profit as it positions to be Africa's leading mineral fund, and Fidelity Bank prioritizing environmental sustainability in core strategy, and also calls to halt Shippers Authority law unfounded.
Now, the new finder is the last paper I have, says that NEIP supports young entrepreneurs, and there's a picture with many of them on the front page, and 50 million Ghana cedi royalties paid to 2,500 creative artists. 50 million paid to 2,500 creative artists. And AGI, others back new GSA law amidst Guterres concerns. That's on the front page of the new finder this morning.
When you read the story about NEIP.
Yeah.
In Ghana, as and when it suits people, they are youth.
Yeah.
So when you say they are supporting the youth, I just asked myself, even though per age I don't qualify.
15 to 35.
But in Ghana, you can even see a 50-year-old man saying he's youth.
And they say they're young at heart.
Young at heart.
How did they even see how their heart was?
Anyway, let's get into the online news review.
It's brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy, Yanara India.
So Good Energy brings you Goil Super XP, the ideal choice for most vehicles. It is flowing wow at many Goil stations in the country. Just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Goil Super XP is quality and gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. Goil Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max using minimal fuel, and is suitable for most vehicles. As you journey the road, look out for Goil stations with a Goil Super XP sign and go fuel up your vehicle. Goil Super XP. Ufilia. Ubefili. Goil. Good energy. Goil.
Now, do you need funds for that major project you have been planning for some time now, or do you need funds to pursue your dreams? Look no further. Zenith Bank has got you covered with a loan of up to 250,000 Ghana cedis. You heard right. A loan of up to 250,000 cedis. At Zenith Bank, we always look out for your financial well-being. Open a Zenith salary account today and unlock the possibility for a loan of up to 250,000 to also enjoy making secure and convenient payments anywhere in the world. Sign up for a Zenith Mastercard. The Zenith salary account and Zenith Mastercard are your perfect duo for financial flexibility. Visit any Zenith Bank branch to open a Zenith salary account and sign up for a Mastercard today. Terms and conditions apply. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Okay, so on my joyonline.com this morning, NDC calls me a liar. At least I'm not government official one. And that's Bawumia saying so. Well, in addition to that, he actually referenced the Joy News investigation that uncovered that there were lots of bots being engaged on social media to push this Bawulaya hashtag, and make it trend. And that was really the work of his political opponents. So yeah, he was saying this to address this whole idea that there's a perception of him being a liar. Also on my Joy Online this morning, I'm unperturbed by insults. That's also from Bawumia. There are lots of stories from last night's engagement. Okay, let's go for the BBC News now, brought to us by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual. 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
For over 60 years, Good Energy has served you top quality fuel. Goil brings you Super XP for a smooth ride. It is available in Goil stations nationwide. Goil Super XP is fortified with special additives which help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Goil Super XP is quality fuel, the ideal choice for most vehicles. Energize your ride with Goil Super XP. Wufilia, huh? Wubefi. Good energy. Yeah,
As a parent, I recommend the best school for you, DPS International. The school offers innovative teaching in a nurturing environment that makes learning easy. It's a globally recognized Cambridge and IB diploma program school running from crèche to A-level with well-equipped boarding facilities for students above 12 years old. Their students excel in spelling bee, international Olympiads, Harvard MUN, Shock Quiz, and other prestigious competitions. Their extracurricular activities provide a holistic education that prepares our children for the brighter future. DPS students have constantly won awards for academic excellence at the annual British Council ceremony. You are assured of transportation and 24-hour security. Enroll now for the new academic year and secure your child's future at DPS International. Locate DPS at Tema Community 25. Visit our website at dpsghana.edu.gh or call 0596 994 759 for more information. DPS International, where excellence meets opportunity.
I found the partner I can trust.
Bros, but you told me you had an insurance claim 2 days ago, and today your car is fixed. Fresh like that? How?
Yes, so that is how the new collision insurance policy from Imperial works.
Wow!
I'm okay. The Imperial collision insurance policy has enormous benefits. I just upgraded my usual third-party policy, and I get my car parts fixed when I get a damage from any collision.
Really?
I enjoy hospitalization benefits when I'm admitted at the hospital beyond 3 days, and I still keep my third-party benefits.
Hey.
My ears sorted rough.
Hey.
You are saying, hey, just sign up to the Imperial collision insurance policy and enjoy insurance benefits beyond the road. Talk to your broker, agent, or call us on 0577 667 436 for further details. You can also follow us on all our social media handles. T&Cs apply. Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Solid protection.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Business Daily is in 30 minutes.
For ordinary Americans, paying for a home is now harder than it's been for nearly 2 decades. Prices are rising faster than wages. How come? And why aren't the main presidential candidates saying more about the problem?
Next, it's Hard Talk. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up after the news from the BBC World Service, it's Hard Talk with me, Stephen Sacker. Across Europe, political parties once dismissed as too far right to get a sniff of power are now winning elections or getting mighty close. But what happens when they do win national office? Italy is Western Europe's biggest case study. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has ruled Italy for 2 years at the head of a hard-right coalition of populists and nationalists. Today, I'm in Rome. My guest is Nicola Procaccini, a Meloni confidant and member of the European Parliament. How is far-right rule changing Italy?
She's pragmatic. She's always have been pragmatic. I know her since we were teenagers, and this is why I think she's the right person in the right moment.
That's Nicola Procaccini on Hard Talk after the news.
Hello, I'm David Harper with the BBC News. The authorities in the Pakistani province of Baluchistan say gunmen have shot dead at least 22 people. They forced off buses and trucks. Reports say the armed men checked identity documents, singling out those from Punjab to be shot before setting the vehicles alight. Caroline Davis reports.
The killings occurred last night when, according to police, the attackers stopped several vehicles travelling between Punjab and Baluchistan. They forced the passengers out and opened fire on them. According to local media reports citing the police, the attackers checked the IDs of those on board before starting their attack. Most killed were from Punjab. The incident took place in Musahel in Baluchistan, around 450 kilometres from the province's capital, Quetta. Pakistan's interior minister has said that those involved would not escape what he called a fateful end.
Health workers in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo say more than 70% of people being treated for Mpox are children under 10. The country has been the worst hit by an outbreak that has spread across 12 African nations. Simi Jalawasho has more detail.
Doctors in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo have told the BBC they're overwhelmed. One hospital in Kavumu in South Kivu has had 800 patients since June. More than 70% have been children. 8 died, all under the age of 5. It's a similar story 80 kilometers away at a clinic in Munigi near Goma. It's had up to 10 admissions a day, 3/4 of whom have been children under the age of 10. Charities are trying to get ahead of the spread by teaching people about symptoms, stigma, and hygiene.
Russia has launched a major attack on Ukraine with dozens of drones as well as cruise missiles. Explosions have been reported in several cities, including Kharkiv and Dnipro. Air defences have been active in Kiev. Russia has also come under Ukrainian drone attack. The Russian Defence Ministry said 9 were shot down over the Saratov region, where homes were damaged by falling debris. Saratov is home to an airbase used by Russian long-range bombers that regularly attack Ukraine. The United States has said it's working to avoid a further escalation in hostilities between Israel and the Lebanese group Hezbollah. Sunday saw the biggest clashes in 10 months of border fighting, with hundreds of rockets and drones fired into Israel and heavy airstrikes on southern Lebanon. Yolande Nell is in Jerusalem.
In some of the Israeli media, the commentary is that Israel could have gone for much stronger action yesterday, instead choosing to go for a preemptive strike, thwarting the plans by Hezbollah for this large-scale missile and drone strike to avenge its top commander, Fuad Shukr, who was killed last month in an Israeli airstrike in Beirut. And the Israeli media is saying that about 2/3 of these launches were destroyed while they were still on the ground.
Yolande Nell. World News from the BBC. The European Union's naval mission in the Red Sea says an abandoned Greek oil tanker is still on fire 3 days after it was attacked by Houthis from Yemen. It said a unit spotted fires on at least 5 locations on the deck of the Sunion, but there were no obvious signs of an oil spill. The EU mission says the ship is an imminent environmental hazard. The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is visiting the western city of Solingen to commemorate the victims of the mass stabbing that killed 3 people and wounded 8 others on Friday. Prosecutors have charged a Syrian man who came to Germany as an asylum seeker. He's accused of being a member of the Islamic State group. Our correspondent Damien McGuinness reports from Berlin.
The deadly stabbing has sparked a debate about migration in Germany. Conservative opposition politicians are calling for radical measures, including controls on all German borders, and wants Germany to stop taking in refugees from Syria and Afghanistan. Chancellor Scholz's left-wing party is calling for tighter controls on knives and says that Germany will continue taking in those fleeing persecution, but asylum seekers who commit crimes must be deported. The leader of the far-right AfD, meanwhile, wants a complete ban on all migration.
The Chinese military says it is deploying army units and organising air and ground patrols near its border with Myanmar. A statement said the patrols will focus on areas around Raili and Jungkang in the Yunnan province. The move comes as fighting intensifies between Myanmar's ruling junta and rebel forces. An amnesty and compensation scheme for people in England and Wales who possess so-called statement knives and machetes starts today. A ban comes into force in a month's time. The legislation will close a loophole and make it a jailable offence to own, make, transport or sell them. There are some exemptions, including for people having a specialist machete used in forestry or owners of an antique samurai sword. BBC News.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, Fidelity. Oh, if I know I dey your side. Fidelity. Do you want a healthy smile?
Are missing teeth affecting your confidence? Dental implants could be the solution. Hi, I'm Tanya from Bethel Dental Clinic, Ghana, and I'm here to tell you about the amazing benefits of dental implants. If you're missing teeth or struggling with uncomfortable dentures, dental implants could be the solution you've been looking for. Implants are a special metal screw placed in the jawbone where the tooth or teeth used to be. After a while, this screw or implant fuses seamlessly with the jawbone, providing stability and durability. Dental implants look, feel, and function just like the natural teeth, giving you freedom to eat, speak, and laugh without worry. Bethel Dental Clinic, the smile starts here.
Healthy smile.
I am Mohinere Gifty Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan, and this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms, so invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Very big, heavy bass line. and those catchy lyrics all over it. Yeah. No wonder it's a big hit.
It's a good one. It's a nice one. A nice song. Yeah.
It is. Okay, well, it's the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Kojo Youngson. I'm the morning man, and we're with you until about time
10 a.m.
Okay, so today we've got lots to talk about. John Mahama launched his party's manifesto for the 2024 election, and finally, as Winston says, a certain breakdown, if you will, of this 24-hour economy, which seems to be the flagship policy of his presidential bid. So, you tell me, do you now get the 24-hour economy?
Well, but I mean, I think that John Mahama explained it well. He explained it better than any of his party's communicators. Of course, that's his idea, or maybe he's the leader of the party, so you'd expect him to articulate it properly. But again, the point is that how do you, so before, and I always say this, just so we don't find ourselves in this situation again, where a party comes into office and says, after conducting a lot of research, I realized that I may not be able to implement it as I thought should be implemented. What you do is to tell us. So, okay, you say, government agencies like DVLA, Passport Service, Passport Office would operate 24 hours. I asked the question, do we need Passport Office operating for 24 hours? What assessments have you done? Because you don't just have to go in there and say, because I promised a 24-hour economy and I said this, I'm going to employ additional people into the facility. Then you end up paying people for no work done.
So, I get you. Has anybody done an efficiency assessment of the structures of the institution?
Exactly.
To realize, and one of the pointers I actually put out earlier was that this phenomenon, and I mean, I find it problematic. I don't know if others also find it problematic, where we can't provide a service to everybody. There are huge numbers. Then we say, Kojiansi and Co can pay. So let's elevate a pricing model for them so that the rich can be isolated from the problem. When the problem is that there are inefficiencies in the system. I hope you get my point. Yeah. So it's almost like, the Goro boys can deal with Raymond. But when it comes to Kojiansi and Co who have more money, they can be given specialized service. How about we putting all the specialized things together, increasing the number of services available, which may invariably reduce the queues to the lowest level and not necessarily caring about those who can pay more. I hope you get my point. Yeah. So this theory that when there are queues at DVLA, go and do, how do you call it, something specialized service,
premium service.
Yes, premium service. We'll give you a cup of tea. After being given a cup of tea, you pay more for it, and in 30 minutes you are done. How about we saying that you are all taxpayers, so you all deserve the 30-minute service, and that we can provide a lot more people to do the 30-minute service, and with that you don't have to extend to the whole day. I mean, see, we can do efficiency structures. The other time, when we're discussing these new Supreme Court judges, wait, Professor Akoko Asare, he did a simplified model on how that system can still work without increasing the number of judges. And that this excuse that there are so many cases and requires a lot more people coming into it can be dealt with properly. One of his excuses he gave was that, take out the so-called vacation, for example. You have 2 more months added to the period people can do their work. So, in fairness, we can do a proper review. And again, I agree with you that sometimes a more detailed review of the structures of the institution is required before we make the promise that we are going to give you something in extension, which may not be any efficiency measure. Ask any private organization today. So a multimedia knows that I'm running from 24 hours. What do I need to do the 24 hours? Somebody has to be on air every day. There should be a technician around every day. There should be somebody manning the entry points every day. You don't need to tell multimedia that you are running 24 hours, so you need 3 shifts or you need 3 different set of people to be working. I hope you get the point. If institutions equally find that it will work out for them, they would run it that way.
And I perfectly agree with you, Raymond. So that's the most important thing. I mean, we need to check the efficiency of the services provided. If it can be done for premium service applicants, it can be done for everybody. You don't need to spend 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours just to get, a driver's license.
Yeah.
I don't understand. So my point simply is that, look, let's just not talk about these things. Let's do the efficiency assessment and recognize that, okay, so these are the problems that they are facing. And is the solution to the problem increasing the number of hours and employing more people, or the solution is making the system efficient? These are things we'll discuss later.
Let me say two things before we move on. First one is this. My problem, or my criticism of the 24-hour economy policy has always been that it's not a policy. It's an outcome. If you actually do things right, if you fix some of the big problems in our society, we will end up with a 24-hour economy, right? So if you provide stable power, if you stabilize the city, if you reduce imports, we will have a 24-hour economy, because people will then realize that it makes sense. I can make more money if I run 24 hours. It's not about you saying that I've flourished my pen to sign a document, therefore from now on you can open your businesses for as long as you want. You have to solve certain fundamental problems in our economy, and once you do that, people will run their businesses 24 hours because it will make sense for them to do so. So the 24-hour economy is the outcome of solving a number of problems. It can't be the policy itself. It's the end, not the beginning. But what we need from government is a beginning. A leader must begin, must do things that can start to solve some of these problems so that eventually businesses can benefit from it. That's my thing about the 24-hour economy. But guess what? If the NDC wins and they start implementing this policy, I can predict one thing for you. If it's not working as well as they expect it to, they will blame the attitude of Ghanaians. It won't be their fault. It will be ours. Anyway, let's get to it. We've got a lot to get through today on the Super Morning Show. Use the hashtag JoySMS, of course, when you're sharing your views with us, and we'll let the world know what you're thinking.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
Now, Triton Motors Limited is proud to introduce JAC Motors to Ghana, and the excitement is just beginning. If you haven't heard yet, JAC Motors is now available exclusively at Triton Motors Limited, bringing you a new era of driving excellence in Ghana. From versatile and stylish SUVs and sedans, technologically advanced and tough pickups, light, medium and heavy commercial use trucks of various specialties, all of them of course trusted over the past decade within the Ghanaian automotive market. JAC offers a comprehensive range of vehicles that blend quality, dependability, reliability, and safety. So go visit their showroom today and discover why JAC Motors is more than just a car. Head over to Triton Motors Limited on the Dr. Buzia Highway for a test drive experience. Call 0244 322 228. JAC Motors, better drive, better life.
And you have a game-changing, innovative business idea or project that can impact society, then this is your moment, because Total Energies presents the 4th edition of the Startup of the Year Challenge, and this year we're looking for 3 winners: the best entrepreneur, also known as the InnovUp winner, the best project or innovative business idea exemplifying recycling and minimizing waste, the Cycle Up winner, and the best project promoting or relating to sustainable and affordable energies, the Power Up winner. And that's not all. 4 additional projects in the Power Up category will be selected by an international jury, so don't wait any longer. Apply now at startupper.totalenergies.com for your chance to win financial support, professional mentorship, and a spotlight for your project. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, nominations are now open for the 8th edition of the prestigious Ghana Energy Awards. This is happening till the August 30th. Under the theme, the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector. Categories for this year's awards include the Energy Personality of the Year, the CEO of the Year, the Visionary Leadership Award, Local Content Legacy Achievement Award, Energy Company of the Year, Local Content Leadership Impact Award, Energy Think Tank of the Year, Rising Star, which I didn't win, even though I didn't apply Energy Reporter of the Year. Many were expecting me to win too. I didn't win, and many more. Now, visit GhanaEnergyAwards.com to nominate today, which you should be doing for me now so that I can win going into the future. The Ghana Energy Awards is endorsed by the Ministry of Energy and the World Energy Council Ghana. Validation is done by 4V's Mazars Ghana. It's yet another grand edition of the most coveted awards platform in Ghana's energy sector. For sponsorship or inquiries, please call 0303 940 300. Ghana Energy Awards, 8 years of redefining excellence.
Okay, now let me ask again, what is luck? For many, luck is that glorious moment when you find money in your trousers just when you're broke. For others, luck is being picked out of a crowd for a reward. Now, for the guys that are the luckiest, luck is a life-changing event, and they believe that everyone deserves a shot at it. Luck is coming with prizes so exciting they'll make your head spin. You want to be the luckiest? Dial *712# and get your ticket. The more you buy, the better your chances of winning. And remember, when you hear that catchy jingle, it's your cue to pay attention. It could be your lucky day. Luck is on its way to you and your community. So stay sharp. The luckiest, luck is everywhere.
So in these times of high electricity tariff, build-free solar hybrid air conditioners are your sure bet to cut down on electricity bills. Build-free solar hybrid air conditioners will cool your buildings with very low energy consumption. And the amazing part is the air conditioners are built with the latest German technologies that give you 80% savings on energy consumption. Build-free solar hybrid air conditioners come with a 6-year warranty and free after-sale servicing for a year. Call 0531 100 915. That's 0531 100 915. Build free superior cooling with lower energy.
Are you ready to make every moment count? From the simple pleasures of treating yourself to unforgettable weekend getaways or a special surprise for someone you love, you can have the perfect companion. Stanbic cards are there for those fulfilling moments that make you go like, yes! This is it. Talk to Stanbic on 0302815789 on social media. Just look out for Stanbic Bank GH. Yes, at Stanbic Bank GH, or visit stanbicbank.com.ga to learn more.
All right, if you're wondering where to hold your strategy planning meetings or your, board sessions, staff retreat, there's only one place, and it's Safari Valley Resort. Think of the green, serene environment, the accessibility, the meeting room capacity, the flow and layout of space, room flexibility, quality of equipment, staff, and of course, first-class catering services. It's got to be Safari Valley Resort, your number one choice. Call Safari Valley Resort on 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
So at DPS, we believe in nurturing every child's potential. With our experienced and caring teachers, we ensure a strong foundation for lifelong learning. Our state-of-the-art facilities provide the perfect environment for curiosity and discovery. Our diverse extracurricular and enriching after-school activities help students explore their passions. We have a fleet of buses with GPS trackers to monitor your child's movement in and out of school, and hostel facilities for children coming from afar. And with our surveillance cameras, your child's security is guaranteed. Enroll your child now at DPS International, which runs from creche to A-level and offer the Cambridge and IB diploma programs successfully. We have excellent results in spelling bee and business challenge competitions. For incoming students residing in Community 25 and neighboring communities, there's a 100% admission fee waiver.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
100% admission fee waiver. For more information, contact us on 0596 994 759 or visit the school's website, dpsghana.edu.gh. DPS, where every child shines.
Now you're ready to turn your dreams into reality. Don't just dream it. Own it with a loan from Fidelity Bank. Are you dreaming of a new home? Own it with a loan from Fidelity Home Loan. Dreaming of a brand new car, Kojoyan saying, own it with Fidelity Auto Loans. Dreaming of getting
hard.
Yes. Dreaming of getting the latest phone, TV, fridge, furniture, laptop, or gaming console. Own it with Fidelity Consumer Access Finance. Dreaming of expanding your business? Make it a reality with a business loan from Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank is offering flexible loans to businesses, salaried workers, and the self-employed at competitive fixed rates. I need to know that. Competitive fixed rates. Yeah. Dial 0800 003355 or visit any of our branches nationwide today to turn your dreams into a reality with a Fidelity Bank loan. Terms and conditions apply. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
And of course, it's continuing till September this year. Is the Kingdom Books and Stationery Back to School promotion. 10 to 20% discount on textbooks, pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books, and more in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrady, Winneba, and Cape Coast. Now, if you're interested, you can call 050-648-7557. or email info@kingdomgh.com. You can also visit kingdomstoreonline.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions apply.
So Imperial General Assurance brings you the collision insurance policy. Yes, now we give you insurance beyond the road. The collision insurance from Imperial General Assurance gives you protection in the event of a collision with another vehicle or an object. The policy offers repair of your damaged car parts resulting from the collision, hospitalization benefits. If you're admitted beyond 3 days, yes, you need not be involved in an accident to benefit, and all third-party benefits, whether you're a taxi driver, trotro driver, or a private car owner, collision insurance is one for you. Sign up for the collision insurance motor policy from Imperial. Call us 310-577-67436 or talk to your broker or any of our agents across the country for further details. You can also follow us on all our social media handles. Terms and conditions apply. Collision insurance, insurance beyond the road, Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
All right, sports and more coming up. Stay with us. It's the Super Morning Show.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kakra, investment kakra, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply.
MTN.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discuss, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerfort, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
Enhance your business operations with the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer. You can print, copy, and scan up to 19 pages per minute with high-quality mobile scans or customizable shortcuts in the HP Smart app that delivers effortless use from wherever you work so you can focus on growing your business. Take advantage of its Wi-Fi direct printing and intuitive touchscreen, which are both designed to simplify your day. With the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer, experience fast and easy setups and improved overall printing efficiency with a 20,000 page duty cycle built to keep you and your business secure and moving forward with embedded security that is pre-configured out of the box to detect and stop attacks. The HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer is available at all Kompu Ghana stores. Visit kompugana.com or call 0302 752 020 for more information.
All right, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach, Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner. Quick birthday. This one says, happy birthday to Javen Josh Ekyoba of the New Nation School. From Mommy and the entire family. They say they love you, including your uncle, Senna. I think I've got another one here, quick one here, that says, happy 7th birthday to Amanda Amakwachi of NLLC. Grow in wisdom and grace. Be a better version of your parents, from your father, Mark, Mom, Henrietta, and sisters, Naya and baby Jennifer Dubik Mahama. Okay. And this one says, belated 90th birthday to Emmanuel Edu. May you live to be 99.7 and more. We love you dearly and wish you all the best of God's blessings.
All right. So today happens to be the birthday of the big boss at Kolebu, Dr. Opoku Ampoma. And this message is from Humphrey Datsomo. He says, happy birthday, Doc, CEO of Kolebu and patron of the Cheers Children's Club. And then he's saying that you've reached thousands of children through the community libraries and clubs. God bless you. Enjoy your special day. We love you very much. That's nice, isn't it? Okay.
It is. Yes, we can go now.
The Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN.
And everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
Twisco Food Drink, power your dream. And if it's football you want, then DSTV has it all. The season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
So, folks, imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transform into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more, because with Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right. We're not just offering loans, we're offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 0501535789, 0501535790, and then 0244674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered,
here for good. Now, there's an exciting new chocolate beverage out there that you should know about. This is from the producers of Carbell. Permit me to introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, to Twisco, a chocolate food drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder enriched with Enafort. Enafort is a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B vitamins, vitamin C, D, and also iron, and many more. Twisco is available in 20 grams and can be found at your nearest neighborhood store in a delightful red sachet for only 1 Ghana cedi 80 pesos. To enjoy all the goodness packed in a sachet, empty content into a mug, mixed with 180 milliliters of previously boiled water. You add milk and you can stir and you're done, ready to go. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco and power your dream. This advert is FDA approved.
Now, whether you're an SME, a startup, a large enterprise, or educational institution, Microsoft 365 Education, Business and Enterprise are the cutting-edge solutions you need to streamline operations and enhance educational capabilities. From top-notch email services to dynamic CRM tools and collaborative platforms, they've got you covered. So sign up to any MTN Business Microsoft solution and unlock exclusive access to additional services like WebWiz and Business Manager, all at unbeatable prices. It's complete digital transformation package tailored to fuel your success. Email mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com or WhatsApp 0244 308 111. You can call that number as well to explore how they can empower your business. Hashtag Let's Get Business Done Better. Aju?
Coach Joe, good morning and welcome to the Joy Sports Center. My name is Victor Achutamaklu. Coming up today.
Havertz busting a gut to get on the end of the cross from Trossard. Saka now. Then Partey. And it's party time for Arsenal.
Thomas Partey scores his first goal of the season as Arsenal beat Aston Villa in the first major test of the season. Also in this bulletin.
Done today at the house that Max rebuilt. The winner's orange once again, but this time he's driving a McLaren for the second time in Formula One. Lando Norris wins. Lando Norris wins the Dutch Grand Prix with a crushing performance.
Yes, the dominant Lando Norris fighting back to win the Dutch Grand Prix. Details of that and more coming up in a bit. But first,
there's a lovely ball from Darko to R4. He makes a good run into the box. Here is R4. R4 goes for glory. And it's a stupendous finish. Glorious goal by R4. And Samatex have opened the scoring at the Accra Sports Stadium. What a beauty.
And that was an absolutely beautiful goal scored by Isaac Afful for Ghanaian champion Samatex 96, who have now progressed to the next round of the CAF Champions League. For their efforts, they will take on Raja Casablanca in the final qualifying round. This was after they completed the double over Victoria United, winning the reverse fixture by a 1-0 at the Accra Sports Stadium yesterday to round up a 2-0 aggregate win. Samatex coach Nuruddin Amadou says his team must do better if they are to reach the group stage at the expense of the three-time African champions.
I think that we need to grow. We need to be tactically awake a little more. We have certain things that we shouldn't be doing at this stage. But I think that it's a young team, and so we will grow into maturity as the game progresses. We anticipate a very tough side because Raja is an experienced team. They are experienced in the champions, but we will give them a match of their lives.
That was Nuruddin Amadou, who's the head coach at Samatex 96 in the CAF Confederation Cup. And Sotraman also completed the double over Elect Sports of Chad after winning the return leg by 2-0 in Yaoundé, having won the first leg by 3-0. So they wrap it up 5-0 on aggregate. Here's Nsotraman's head coach, Yapreko.
After 3-0 back home, we wanted to kill the game here. You look at the game. When they said the game is going to be in Cameroon, I know victories will always be ours, because when you look at the Lion of Cameroon, the same as the Lion, when you look at our shirt, we also have a Lion here. And I told the boys, let's go in 0-0 and we start the game very well. But unfortunately, we saw the strategy they brought in, so we decided to frustrate them by keeping the ball.
The Ghana FA Cup champions will face Algeria's Constantine in the second preliminary round. Elsewhere, the NDC flag bearer John Dramani Mahama has promised equitable distribution of resources into sports and end the fixation with football if elected president in the December general elections. These pledges were made during the opposition party's Manifesto launch on Saturday in Winneba. Joy Sports' Lawrence Bedu has more.
Key elements of a sports agenda include supporting the growth of local football, providing allowances to registered footballers. Additionally, he proposed the establishment of sports centers of excellence across the northern, middle, and southern regions of the country. Another significant promise is the upgrade of the University of Education, Winneba Sports College, into a modern sports university. Mahama also reiterated his party's long-standing policy of building international standard stadia in all regions. Furthermore, he pledged to offer more consistent support to national athletes, ensuring they are all well prepared to compete on the global stage.
Let's head to England now.
Here comes Chelsea again. Palmer, will it be a hat-trick of assists? Will it be a hat-trick for Madueke? It will be the wonder of Madueke.
worst enemy.
The fantastic Noni Madueke, he scored his first career hat-trick in a space of 14 minutes to lead Chelsea to a thumping 6-2 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux yesterday. All 3 goals were assisted by Cole Palmer, who himself was on the score sheet. Here's Madueke talking about his link-up with Palmer.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He's cold and I'm fire, so it mixes well. He's always got the ability to play the right pass at the right time. And then, me, I like to get the ball in space and beat people and make things happen. So luckily today it worked.
A song of ice and fire on show yesterday at the Molineux, and it was Chelsea who had it all to enjoy. Later in the day, Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz were the goal scorers as Liverpool beat Brentford by 2-0 at Anfield in Arne Slot's first home game as Liverpool manager. Meanwhile, Ghana's Antoine Semenyo provided the assist for Bournemouth's goal in their 1-1 draw with Newcastle United. Before that, on Saturday, Thomas Partey scored his first goal of the season as Arsenal beat Aston Villa by 2-0 at the Villa Park to pass their first major test of the season. Here's Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta speaking about Partey's inclusion to this team.
Yes, for sure. Obviously, it's a very important part of the game or the team for us, because everything that we structure is to play through them. And we had really good moments today. The moment that we suffer, probably physically we're still not at our peak, and we can still get much better, I think. That.
Well, more on Ghanaian players in the Premier League, because Mohamed Kudus again provided abundant entertainment as West Ham United beat Crystal Palace by 2-0 at Selhurst Park. Jordan Ayew also made his Leicester debut in their 2-1 defeat at Fulham, with Fatau Isako playing the full game for the Foxes. At the Etihad, Erling Braut Haaland scored his 7th Premier League hat-trick as Man City hammered Ipswich by 4-1. Ilkay Gundogan came off the bench to make his second Man City debut. Here's hat-trick hero Braut Haaland speaking at full time.
Yeah, happy and 3 points. Good to start here at Etihad. They started amazing. It was a bit shock for everyone, but we knew if we kept on doing our things, we would get chances and hopefully score, and that's what we did. So in the end, everyone is happy and 3 points.
City's Manchester neighbours Man United, they lost by 2-1 to Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday. It was their 5th defeat in 6 meetings in versus Brighton. Here's their former striker Danny Welbeck scored the winner in the 95th minute, or he opened the scoring for Brighton before Joao Pedro scored the winner in the 95th minute. In Spain, Endrick scored on his Real Madrid debut as Carlo Ancelotti's side secured their first La Liga victory of the season with a hard-fought 3-0 home win over Real Valladolid. The champions were frustrated for vast periods of the game in what was Kylian Mbappe's home debut, but their attacking stride when the game opened up following Federico Valverde's second half breakthrough. Lamine Yamal also scored his first La Liga goal of the season as Barcelona battled to a 2-1 win over Athletic Bilbao at the Olympic Stadium. In Formula 1, McLaren's Lando Norris fought back to take a dominant victory in the Dutch Grand Prix despite losing the lead to Max Verstappen's Red Bull at the start. Norris, for whom starts and first laps have always been a weakness in recent races, was passed almost immediately when he had too much wheel spin off the line. But such was the pace in McLaren that he repassed Verstappen on lap 18 before the pit stops and romped his way into the distance. Finally, Olympic champion Letile Tebogo won the men's 200-meter race at the Silesia Diamond League with a time of 19.83 seconds. He spoke about the possibility of breaking the 200-meter world record.
I don't want to put myself under that pressure of trying to break the world record, but if it comes, it will come eventually. We don't have to push it this year, we don't have to push it next year. Probably when we are 24, that's when we could attempt something like that. But I don't think it will take long, looking at what I did and what I did in the 200-meter final. I don't think it will take that long.
Letile Tebogo speaking there, an Olympic champion and the current record hold of the 19.19 seconds, which was set by Usain Bolt at the 2009 World Championships in athletics, and that's the record he is eyeing, ending the Joy Sports Center.
Thank you very much, Victor Chutamaklo, for joining us with the latest in the world of sports. And let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Social media messages brought to us by Ecobank, A Better Way, A Better Africa, and Malatu from Ernest Chemist. Malatu, power over malaria. So, every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would always want to remember. *770#. Yes, *770# is the new Ecobank Money emergency number, and it gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet for this. Just dial *770#. No need to panic in any money emergency situation because Ecobank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank. Stay with us. We'll return with Food for Thought brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
Ecobank Mobile, they make me say, Ecobank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Download it. You go enjoy it. In my rhyming chain. In my rhyming chain. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. Ecobank Apple.
Life is easy with the Ecobank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the Ecobank mobile app. It's 5-star life with Ecobank. Kim promise.
When shopping for a dress, you say,
of course, a low burst line, a little tight by the hips, covered sleeves, off shoulder, definitely.
But when buying anti-malarial drug, you say,
is it not malaria? Give me whatever is available.
Choose your malaria drugs the same way you choose your dress. Always ask for Coartem. It's also available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets for children. Don't gamble with malaria. Choose right. Choose Coartem. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malaria testing should be done before treatment. This advert is FDA approved.
Right, welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. Time now for Food for Thought, brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be
the difference.
Uncle, good morning.
Oh, I want to say it's always good to hear from you.
Hope you're doing very well, Uncle.
Oh, I'm doing great. How did your weekend go?
Well, it went well. We're here on Saturday because the NDC launched the Manifesto over the weekend. And yesterday I couldn't go for the Vice President's media encounter, but I was home watching. So yes, it's been not a relaxing one, I would say, but we move like the young ones say.
So it became a political weekend for you. A weekend of politics.
I tell you.
Anyway, mine was quite useful, quite interesting. I had an encounter at a brewery with about 40 married couples.
Wow.
And we talked about sex.
Okay.
One of your favorite subjects.
It's a very important subject.
It is a very important, yes, you put it right. It is a very, very important subject. Someday we'll talk about it on the Super Morning Show.
Sure.
But for now, let me remind listeners that by the way, my next play, I Want to Feed You, premieres on the 6th of September at the National Theatre. Now, what is remarkable about you say, is that 6th September 2008 was when Roverman began, the first play of Roverman.
Wow.
And so this will be the 17th year of quarterly shows. And this will be the 58th play within those 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I want to feed you premieres on the 6th, and it will run on over the 2 weekends to the 15th of September.
Sure.
The details will be on this platform. Listen, I love to read biographies. I love to read about how people who have made a difference achieved what they did. I love to read about what challenges they overcame and what enabled them to rise above those challenges. I love to read about their strengths, but I also love to read about their weaknesses. In most cases, knowing about their weaknesses increases my strength, my respect and admiration for them, because it makes them human and it encourages me not to give up on myself. Now, from my reading of biographies, I have discovered that those who make the difference among us share certain traits. And this morning, I want to bring you 3 of those common traits that great people have. And I'll share them with you in the hope that at least one of those traits would inspire you to live your best life. So here we go. 1, great people ensure that their coffins are light when they die. Please let me explain. There are coffins that are heavy, and this is what makes a coffin heavy. When someone dies with his dreams and potential intact, their coffin contains those dreams and potential. So there are people who could have established businesses, but they never did. This means that when they die, they go with those businesses they could have established with them in the coffin. And that makes their coffins heavy. But great people's coffins are never heavy because they leave everything right here on earth. Great people never stop. They keep working. They keep finding ways of using their God-given ability to serve their generation and their times. They never rest on their oars. They refuse to operate in their comfort zones, and they keep working and serving and impacting till the very end. From the example of great people I have